Hi, welcome back to Cooking with Confidence. In this video, I'm going to show you really quick and easy homemade macaroni and cheese. I've already started off by melting 1 stick of butter. I'll be showing you my ingredients as I go along, but I do want to point out how I've organized myself, including putting my ingredients in the order in which I need them. So my stick of butter is melting in here, and with that, I'm going to add a half of a finely chopped onion. I'm going to put that in here. And I'm going to be using a whisk with this because once I add my cream and the cheese and everything, I want to make sure my sauce is very smooth. So my onions are cooking in the butter. I want to wait until they're a little transparent. It'll only take a couple of minutes. I'm going to add a little bit of my kosher salt that I love, a little bit of cracked black pepper. I'm going to turn up the heat a little bit just to get those onions cooking. Now I've used these, I'm going to put them over here. It's going to help keep me organized and help me to realize what else I need to be putting in here. I don't know if you can hear that, but my onions are cooking. Now with this, I'm going to add a little bit of flour, probably about a tablespoon. And what this is going to do, when it combines with the butter in here, it'll make almost a paste, and that's going to help thicken my cheese sauce when I add the cream and then eventually the cheese. So I have that cooking. Oh yeah, you can hear it now. Okay, the next thing I'm going to add is my cream. Now I want to now turn the heat down just a little bit because I don't want to scorch the cream when I put it in there. And I'm whisking as I do this so it combines really well with the butter. I don't want it to separate. Can you see inside the pan here? It's making a nice thick cream sauce. As I'm whisking it, you can see it getting thicker and thicker. So I'll add a little more. This is a quart size. I won't probably use all of it, but again, I'm just going to kind of gauge it and see how thick this gets before I'm ready to add my cheese. I'm still whisking it. It's important to keep it moving so it doesn't scorch it all on the bottom. Now I don't want it super, super thick. If I were making maybe an Alfredo sauce or any other kind of cream sauce, I might want it a little thicker, but the cheese itself is also going to thicken it up, so I don't want it too thick. So adding a little more cream will be okay. And add a little more. Let this heat up a little bit. And then I'm going to be ready to add my cheese. Now when it comes to my cheese, I love to start my macaroni and cheese with some Velveeta cheese. This is about 8 ounces, and as you can see, I cubed it up. The reason why I use the Velveeta cheese, when I add my sharp cheddar cheese, do you ever notice when you heat up cheddar cheese, it looks like it separates, it almost looks oily? That's the fat separating from it. And sometimes in macaroni and cheese, if you don't have a really good binding agent in there, it's going to separate and you don't have a nice, smooth, creamy cheese sauce. So I love to start my cheese sauce off with a little bit of Velveeta. So I'm going to add these cubes in. Again, I think it's about 8 ounces. I didn't really measure. I always eye things up. And that's what I had left. Again, with this cheese, this is a white sharp cheddar cheese. And then from the other night from doing Mexican, I had some sharp, shredded cheese from that. So I wanted to combine the two. There's no rules here, and that's where my confidence comes in. If I had any other cheeses left over, I'd add it in too. It makes it really good the more you add to that. All right, so I'm waiting for this to really kind of melt, and as you can see, I'm still whisking it because I don't want it to scorch on the bottom. As soon as my Velveeta is melted in there, I'll start adding by the handful the shredded cheese. Now, I don't know if I showed you over here, I've already cooked off a pound of pasta. I did shells for this. Of course, you could do the traditional elbow macaroni. You could do penne pasta. You can do whatever you want. Whatever type you like, spiral noodles, whatever you like. Okay, this is melting really well. Okay, now I'm ready to start adding my sharp cheddar cheese. Now the sharp cheddar just gives it such a great flavor. Nice homemade taste. Now in my classes, I like to show people different ways and different types of sauces that they can make with the same beginning of this when you're starting off with a cream sauce. I could have omitted all these cheeses and done maybe some blue cheese and done a gorgonzola cream sauce. How nice is that? I kind of call that grown-up macaroni and cheese. There's so many things you can do. It's a great base for a cream soup, an Alfredo sauce. You add Parmesan cheese. Lots of different things you can do. Wow, this is turning out really nice. It's getting really nice and thick, and it's going to be so good. I'm going to pour all this in. This whisked in, and then I'll add the rest of the other cheese. Now it's really getting thick. I think I'm going to have to add a little more heavy cream. I'm just gauging it. And I also have to remember that when I add the sauce to the noodles are really going to absorb it. So I want to make sure there's enough sauce for it. Keep stirring it. I'm going to add now the last of the cheese, the sharp yellow cheddar. Get these out of my way. All my ingredients are gone, which means I'm almost done. Whisk it well so it's nice and smooth and creamy. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add my noodles to this pan. Hold on, I'm going to do, might as well use the last of the cream. A whole quart. This is a great start too if you wanted to do like a beer cheese soup. You'd add a can of beer to it. You can add ham to it. Be creative. Okay, my sauce looks really good. It tastes really good. I'm going to turn the heat off because this is done cooking. What I'm going to do, I've prepared a buttered baking pan right here. I'm going to add my 1 pound of cooked noodles right into this pot here with the cheese sauce. I've already preheated my oven to 350. I'm going to get this all incorporated here, stir the sauce all through my noodles. Oh, this looks so nice and cheesy and delicious. How easy is this? I'm going to pour it into here. I'm going to stick it in the oven, again at 350, for about a half hour until it's nice and bubbly and a little golden brown on top. I'll show it to you when we come back. Okay, I just took the macaroni and cheese out of the oven. It's bubbling, it's got a nice little golden brown on top, and it smells delicious. Now think about, it just took a few minutes for me to show you this. Imagine what I can teach you in a 2-hour class. Call me today so we can plan that. And remember, be creative and cook with confidence. Thanks for watching.